Hi everyone, I am Noyeli Leiva and my partner is Ludena. We are studies of the Escuela Politécnica Nacional. We are from Ecuador. It's a little far away up here. So in this time, okay, thanks, sorry. In this time, we wanted to talk about how is the gap between to be a CTF player and becoming to professional in cybersecurity area. And with this topic, from capture the flag to real bug hunting, Latin American perspective. So please, the next. Okay, this is our agenda, and we will cover the 6 main topics. Next, please, Henry. Okay, we know that the cybersecurity is one of the fastest and growing industry in the world. So in this industry, we have a very important and big problem that companies and industries like Fortinet and AAC2 say that here are a big gap and we need more cybersecurity professionals, approximately around to 4.8 million of these persons in this area. And the World Economic Forum was the short descripts increments and the large of the time. But I think that this is a structural paradox because we find many people in community, in CTF platforms and bug hunting platforms. So are we making the most of our talent? Okay, we analyze this data and we use the web scraping, and the main source is CTF time. And we obtained these 2 graphics. In the first graphic related the accumulated CTF teams signed 2018 to 2025. And this analyzes the behavior of Latin America, and we can see that the Latin America steep growing constantly. So in the next graphic, we can see how what is the country that leads the way in Latin America, and these are Brazil, Argentina, and Mexico. And the same form, we use the web scraping and analyze the source like CTF time and hack the box. What discovered here? Well, in CTF time, we can see the country and CTF team by country. So here we can show visible talent. And the other hack the box, we can see the number of members by country per million of inhabitants. This is what is the purpose? We can demonstrate that the Latin Americans are training constantly with many platforms like Hack the Box, TryHiMe, CTF, and others. So we can really have many people in this area what is training. Next, please. And the next section is the CTF skills. So we analyze with web scraping many write-ups in the many Latin American teams. I can find this category in CTFs like web, exploitation, crypto, reverse, forensic, miscellaneous, and emerging areas like OSINT, cloud, and others. But I see that AI is here in this category. So this is a gap because the people that are training with CTFs not are training to emerging areas, emerging tools. And this is a real preoccupation. Next, please. So the second part of this, I need that you remember the first question that I do. Are we making the most of our talent? So perhaps the principal problem is that not the number of people. The principal problem is the skills, because this source is the ILC2 COMS 2025, and this says that the 30% can find people with the right skills, and the 23% struggle to keep people with a demand skills, and the 20% have gaps in emerging technology areas. So I can I can say that the training and the real life are not be a good match. So today is AI, but tomorrow will be another emerging technology. So this is all that the main problem is a skill, but not the number of people. This is the true gap.
Okay, thank you. And now we are going to continue with another part. This part is about, we have seen how CTF skills have been used, in this case, with Latin America technical talent, but we might be asking what's happening in this case with the bug bounty. Why bug bounty? Well, in this case, because we are talking about the CTF skills can give you, especially the technical skills that, well, you can have in the cybersecurity field, especially when we talk about what I'm going to do, especially, for example, in a SOC team or especially in penetration testing. This type of skills that are mainly used in the cybersecurity field. Well, in this case, we are preparing a question that is about is bug bounty a safe strategy for Latin America? Because we have seen that many fields are specialized in how you can get your main ideas and put it there in real world technologies. So we are going to see what's going to happen here. In this case, we are saying that there are thousands of attacks every year that are just directed to Latin America, and this is very important because we are saying that this is the riskiest region in the world. So what's happening here if this region that, well, as many of we know, or perhaps not, this region is still in a developing stage. So we can think that, you know, that we are implementing the technologies, that we are trying to think that go deeper of all of this, but there are some issues, some problems that we want to solve here, and this is where we are going to start with the bug bounty, and that's another reason, because it can help us to continue with many problems and, well, trying to avoid them. That is the point of all of this. There are some countries that has implemented some cybersecurity policies. In this case, we are talking about Mexico. In this case, it's very important to talk about this country, because I guess it's when we talk about Latin America, we are mainly focused on Mexico. Why? Well, in this case, because they are developing an authority, that it means that they are mainly focused on how to create their own authorities, that they can manage all of these type of problems. And also that we know that this country is one of the most developed in the region. There are some problems there, but we are continuing with all of this. In this case, with Argentina, we are talking about the Cybersecurity National Center. Well, in this case, we are saying that they want to centralize, we can say that word, especially when we are saying that they want to manage all of the threats with just one institution, and this institution needs to be specialized on a specific baseline. So that's the reason because we are saying that this type of cybersecurity national centers is extremely important when we talk about how to emphasize the cybersecurity threats and the specializations. We continue with Colombia in this case because they are talking about how to manage the financial sector. You know that in this case we are saying that the financial sector is the most important part when we are talking about a nation. It's the economy of the country, so of course it's really important. In another part, it's Brazil. In this case, Brazil is saying that they have trying to create kind of independence, the sovereignty. So, you know, in this case, they are trying to create their own technology, how to put it there without any problem, and trying to continue with all of this because this is steadily increasing, but sometimes we need to recognize that some countries are trying to develop their independence, but despite all of this, they still have some problems. So that's the reason because we continue with an exceptional case. In this case, we are talking about Chile. Chile, we can say that is a legal pioneer, especially when we say that they are trying to implement their own legislation. And in this case, it's more based on the Budapest Convention. It means that this type of laws are trying to help the bug bounters, in this case about how to get a better perspective about how to protect them. And it can also help us when we are trying to develop our own type of laws that can protect them totally, because at the moment there are some little problems that are still there, but Chile, we can say that is the most advanced when we compare with other countries. But what is our point or what is our goal as a region? Well, in this case, we are focusing in two parts, in two other countries, or we can say that are two countries but are not. The first one is USA. USA is the region that, well, they have implemented the bounty culture. When we talk about the bounty culture, we say that they are more focused on how to implement a bug bounty, but in the government. So, you know, they have created many bug bounty platforms. There is a special example that is the hack the Pentagon. It means that they are saying that you can hack me, but these are the rules, and you know that we know that it's under control. So there are some boundaries there. In the case of the European Union, that, well, it's really extremely now that is about the GDPR, because it's about how to publish or how to post a disclosure. In this case, we're saying that we need to avoid the part of the disclosure more than the useful part. So if a hacker wants to disclosure a part that is maybe more than the enterprise know or more than they want to publish, it's more important that you think, because we need to know that when you want to disclose something, there are some limits, and in this case, the GDPR is like giving you these little boundaries that you need to know. And well, in this case, we are talking on Ecuador because we are a university from Ecuador. So when we are talking about Ecuador, we are saying that we are laying the groundwork. When we say that, it means that we are not still with enough laws, but we are there trying to try it step by step, because we are sending some teams to other countries to trying to develop a new perspective, trying to get the best of all the countries, and well, trying to support all of this. And well, that's our perspective, and thank you so much for all of this.